After the update came out for Anime Vanguards, the immediate knee-jerk reaction that I saw from a lot of people was, "Oh my god, this update is too hard. Oh, how am I expected to do all this? Oh, mid-update, I hate this game. We're going back to ALS." Yeah, no one said that, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? A lot of people were unhappy with the current state of the update. On release and in present day, nothing has changed. The obtainment method for getting the new Vanguard, Igris, and Sung Jin Woo unit is still the same, and I saw a big crowd of people very unhappy with this. They had a lot of colorful opinions to say, a lot of negative emotions to let out on the internet, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, because I need a video to cover, and God knows that I am not grinding for Sung Jin Woo, the new fucking Vanguard unit. That is going to take me like at least a week to do. Like, in an ideal world, I could stay in my room and farm this out for the next 48 hours. I can't. You know, I have school. I have a job. I have responsibilities. But this serves as a good topic for today's video. Is update 4.5 too hard? Is the obtainment process for, frankly, the main unit that everyone wants to get this update too long and tedious for the sake of padding time? Or is it just enough difficulty to keep the player engaged and entertained until Update 5 comes out? Now, we all know that the main updates, right, the full number updates, updates 1, 2, 3, and 4, are the ones that are jam-packed with the most content. Doesn't really take a genius to figure that one out. Those are also the ones that take the longest, and 0.5 updates are more so there to keep the player counts stable, you know? Because if we have to go over a month of waiting without any sort of new content, we all know how that turned out. Not good. So obviously they put out these 0.5 updates to keep the players happy. Do I want to call them filler updates? Not really. I genuinely think it's a little disingenuous to call 0.5 updates filler, at least for this game with the amount of effort that goes into making them. So we'll just call it smaller updates, because that's true, right? They are smaller updates with less content, because they're still preparing for that big update. So now we drive ourselves back to the central question: was this update itself too hard? We are going to be referencing this image a lot, so get used to seeing it. The obtainment process for the new Vanguard unit, Igris and Sung Jin Woo, is without a doubt the longest, most arduous, time-consuming grind that we've ever seen in this game, period. Point blank, period. That is an objective statement. No other unit in this game has taken even a fraction of the amount of time it's going to take you to get this new unit. And I think it's for good reason. Number one, you are crafting a Vanguard unit. We didn't even think this would be a possibility, right? Before Update 4.5, Vanguard units were locked behind the exclusivity of the banner. The limited time banner that would eventually go away. That was your only shot at ever obtaining a Vanguard unit. And if you didn't get it, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's life. Nothing you can do about it. I myself am still very disappointed that I never got Diavolo after grinding so much to get him, because I was just at the hands of the RNG slot machine. A lot of people feel that way about Gogeta. What did the developers do? They very consciously took these criticisms into account when making this next update, because now for the first time ever we have the chance of crafting our own Vanguard unit, free from any sort of RNG, free from any type of slot machine mechanic or time-consuming, time-wasting, trying to get this 0.05% drop, which is a problem that I think plagues a lot of anime tower defense games. Anime Vanguards went out of their way to try to do something a little bit out of the ordinary, but you have to keep in mind, when a unit is as good as this new Vanguard unit is arguably the best unit in the game, without a doubt. There is a genuine case to be made for this just being the best unit of all time that we have right now. He is leaps and bounds better than any secret. He is leaps and bounds better than... I'm going to say he's better than Diavolo, if I'm being honest. Is he better than Gogeta? Maybe not. Like I said, there's a genuine argument to be made that this new Vanguard unit, Igris and Sung Jin Woo, together, is the best unit in the game. So now you have to think about it from a game design standpoint. You can't make the best unit in the game, this, not objectively the best unit in the game, but arguably the strongest, most potent unit in the entire game. You can't make it easy. You can't just make it, oh, roll him from the banner. Roll him from the banner. There we go. A little bit of a tongue tongue twister there. You can't make it so you just spin him on banner, use a few Evo materials to evolve him, and now you just casually have the best unit in the game. That's not how this works. And if that was the case, I would call that poor game design, because everyone's going to be running around with the strongest unit that you can obtain in this game. That's not good, right? People want, well, a good chunk of the people want to grind for their units. It comes with the power fantasy of anime tower defense games. You want to spend time grinding for that unit, so when you get it, it feels that much better, and you can see it do the cool animations and strong attacks and abilities. That is basic anime tower defense 101. So obviously, they're gonna make the new unit hard to get. Let's look at the obtainment process one more time. Make no mistake about it, this is a lot of time to grind for a single unit. 28 hours is a lot of in-game play time to be grinding for a single unit. That is an objective truth. I will definitely concede that notion. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, well, it's not even that bad. If you just don't shower for a day, then you'll be able to get it. No. Let's not beat around the bush. This is a big time investment for a unit in a Lego game. But at the same time, it's not like you're required to get this guy to have fun, right? There are plenty of meta units that are extremely easy to get and aren't going to take nearly as much time to get as this new Vanguard unit. But the thing that I like about the obtainment method for this unit is that it is guaranteed. The only quote-unquote RNG step in this entire evolution process is getting the red key to start the quest line. But even that has a pity, because you can outright buy it for 2,000 coins in the shop if you don't get lucky and roll the 10% chance, which 10% for an anime tower defense game is really, really good. If we compare it to the usual drop rates that we see that are like below 1% at best to maybe 1.5% if we're lucky, I am happy with 10%. I'm not going to complain about that. Even if you don't get the key in however many runs, you are guaranteed to roll it eventually, or you're guaranteed to obtain it eventually, because you can just buy it from the shop. This entire process of evolution requires zero luck. If you grind the game and if you play the game, you are guaranteed to get this guy. And I think that's amazing. I think that's perfect. Obviously, it's going to take a while. Why? Because he is one of the best, if not the best unit in the game. Vanguard units weren't even supposed to be craftable from what I knew, right? This was kind of a full 180. Am I complaining? No. Can I acknowledge the fact that they are going to be extremely time-consuming to get because this is the highest echelon rarity unit in the game? Absolutely. I myself know I am not going to get this new unit for over a week, because I don't play this game. I don't play anime Vanguards on a consistent enough basis for me to grind it out in a day or two, right? The only free time that I have goes into making videos, which is why you're seeing this background footage that is anything but a tower defense game, right? It's very obvious that most of my content is geared around the commentary side of things and not just grinding, because I frankly don't have the time for that. And right now, I don't have the time to grind for the new Vanguard unit. Am I going to do it? Absolutely. You'd be stupid not to. It's an insanely good unit. I would say the best unit in the game. Do I think this update is too hard, though? Let's go back to our central statement, our central question. The synopsis for this entire video. Is it too hard? My response to that is a resounding no. This is not too hard at all. This is, in my opinion, the perfect degree of difficulty, and I'm not even saying that to glaze the game either, because I acknowledge that the grind definitely has some faults, right? Nobody wants to sit there and grind out 5,000 summons, although there is a way you can cheese that. Spoiler alert, if you go into the dungeon game mode and get press it a bunch of times, as soon as you finish the dungeon game mode, you still have the modifiers on. You can just, instead of doing another run, click the little yellow button on top so you're still in the game, and you can just spam the summon over and over and over again with Sung Jin Woo to get it really, really quickly, and you can get that done in a fraction of the time that it would normally take, but you didn't hear that from me. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say. This grind is long. This grind is hard. This grind is tedious. Is it too hard to the point that it ruins the game? Absolutely not. I think if it was any easier, it would derive from the value of getting your own Vanguard unit to craft. I think this is perfect, and I would not have it any other way. And for the people waiting for my update 4.5 review, that'll probably come out tomorrow or the day after that. Like I said, I am very busy with life and school and just things of that nature. But for now, I hope this video keeps you guys happy. If you made it till the end, thank you for watching. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Stay tuned for more content, and we will catch you in the next one.